What's going on, RFL fans? Welcome to week 7 of the RFL. As today we got the Dublin Celtic Tigers taking on the Orlando Sentinels in a pivotal AFC East divisional showdown. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sentinel Field in beautiful Orlando, Florida, as we are getting set for a pivotal game. We got the Dublin Celtic Tigers at 6-0, leading the AFC East, and the Orlando Sentinels at 4-2, looking to maybe eat into that lead a little bit that the Celtic Tigers have mounted over the last couple of weeks. The last RFL games for both teams actually came back in week 5. Celtic Tigers, they beat the Chicago Cougars 47-30. And then the Sentinels beat the Salt Lake City Pioneers 27-13. So what will give way in this matchup tonight? As it's been a awesome Saturday in the RFL, and we're getting set for the finishing touches. As always, I'm going to be broadcasting the last game of the Saturday slate, and nothing better than a great matchup between these two teams, as the Celtic Tigers will kick off. So the Sentinels will receive the ball first. And we'll get this matchup underway. I know you guys are all excited and geared up for this matchup, and I am as well. This is going to be one heck of a ball game. Let's get this game kicked off. The kick is away from Tyrus Weil, and it goes into the end zone. It'll be Need in the end zone, and coming out for his first drive of the game is DeAndre Wilkins Jr. So take a look at his stats. He's currently 6th in the AFC in yards, and 7th in the AFC in touchdowns, and then 5th in the AFC in yards per game with 287.8 as his average. So Wilkins Jr. will come out under center in the bunch formation. He's got VJ Whitfield in the backfield. It's going to be a pitch out to Whitfield. He's got some blocks, and he'll get to the 30-yard line before he's going to be hit and tackled by Nate Mickens. As you take a look at the offensive line for the Sentinels, followed by the backs and receivers, Wilburn, Skybeck, Whitfield, Cushing, and Drayton. Wilkins Jr. will go under center for the 2nd down and 5. Motioning his receiver. It's going to be a handoff to him, and he is going to go for a loss of 1 as Trey Cook gets the end around. And coming up and making the play, Reed Holmberg, the middle linebacker for the defensive leader for the Celtic Tigers, making the sure tackle, pinning the Sentinels on a 3rd and 6 at their own 25-yard line. Not the start that Wilkins Jr. probably wanted or anticipated. He's going to be hit and dropped for a sack. Jason Lindsley coming up and making the sack. Huge sack, and that will force the 3 and out as the Celtic Tigers continue their hot play, as they're only 1-2 in the AFC that remain unbeaten. And boy, oh boy, that was just a blown play there, as Jason Lindsay coming in and absolutely throwing Wilkins Jr. to the ground. You got to wonder if the offensive line is going to take exception to that, throwing the quarterback down like that, but all for naught, as the punt will go from Leo Silvestro and bringing it up to the 37-yard line is DJ Burrow. So we'll get our first look at Drake Crowell, the GOAT of the RFL by many. Take a look at his numbers on the season. He's currently 4th in the AFC in passing yards, 1st in the AFC in touchdowns, and 1st in the AFC in yards per game with 309.5 as his average. Boy, oh boy, this offense is sure to continue. Let's see if the Sentinels have any answers. The play's going to be blown up. There's a fumble, and it's going to be recovered by Trey Worsley. Boy, oh boy, that was a huge play for the Sentinels. Let's see. see if we get a replay and you just take a look at that. And boy, oh boy, the big guy coming up, Ivory Odom, the defensive tackle for the Sentinels, coming in, and he read that play like a book and dropping Crowell and Worsley in the backfield. Luckily, Worsley was able to hold on to the football. Crowell under center, going to fire to his tight end, and that will be a short gain for the Celtic Tigers as Wilson, the tight end, getting the reception there. Flag is thrown, and that's going to be a false start. It's Reggie Wilson, the tight end for the Celtic Tigers, making his first reception, coming in 36 receptions, 420 yards, and leading the Celtic Tigers with 4 touchdowns on the season. And he's going to get another look there. And just like that, coming up and making the play, Jamal Barnes, the cornerback for the Sentinels, making the tackle on Wilson. And just like that, we got back-to-back punts to start the game. Who would have thought that? But give credit to the Sentinels defense coming up and making the play. It was all set up by that first possession, with the first play on the possession, with Ivory Odom making the big tackle for a loss of 6 and forcing the fumble, as well as the punt will go into the end zone. And down for a touchback, Hudson O'Donnell with the punt. And so DeAndre Wilkins Jr. will come out and see what he could get going on his second possession. Didn't really look good with his first possession. He was 3 and out, so we'll have to see if he can do a little bit better. I mean, anything, even a first down, will be better than the last possession. As Wilkins Jr. will start under center. B.J. Whitfield in the backfield on this play, and it's going to be play action. The Wilkins got some time, and he's going to throw it to his running back coming out of the backfield, who makes Holmberg miss, and he's going to get enough of the first down pass, the 30 to the 31-yard line, before he's hit and dropped. Great play and great reception from Whitfield, making a guy miss. Holmberg, you don't really see that often, as Wilkins Jr. is going to fire it out to his receiver, who's got enough of the first down and getting past midfield. And inside Celtic Tigers territory for the first time, Jeffries making the reception. That is Roland Jeffries, the second tight end in the Sentinels offense. And just a big pitch and catch there as Lindsley was not able to keep up with Jeffries coming out on his route. And give credit to the tight end, and give credit to DeAndre Wilkins putting the ball perfectly where Jeffries can get it, and then also turn upfield as well. Sometimes you see the quarterback throw that one to the sidelines and not give his receiver give him enough to get upfield, as the running back B.J. Whitfield will get his first carry. And as we take a look at the defensive line, McBride, Yates, Lindsley. Take a look at the linebackers for the Celtic Tigers. And then the secondary, Mickens, Williams, Wilkins, all over the place. And so, second down and 6. Wilkins Jr. taking the shotgun snap. It was a little high, but he was able to corral it. He's got a fighter to his receiver, who's going to get just enough for the first down, up to the 37-yard line. As Keenan Drayton will get his first reception. Play action here, rolling out is Wilkins Jr. and going to fire to the wide open receiver coming across the middle of the field. And just like that, Abraham Wilborn getting his first reception and already inside the red zone. Beautiful second drive for DeAndre Wilkins Jr. and the offense for the Sentinels. Coach Armstrong has to be pleased with what he's seeing on this drive. This is probably what the first drive should have been like, but the 3 and out put a kibosh to that. But nonetheless, DeAndre Wilkins Jr. leading his team downfield here on this drive. Pressure coming. He's just going to have to throw this one into the ground. Halfback screen, but it was blown up by the Celtic Tigers defensive line coming in and making the play. Second down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Handoff here, trying to go outside to the left, and it's not going to go anywhere. B.J. Whitfield only getting a gain of 4, setting up a third down and 6. Can the Sentinels get the first down? They can't get the first down without getting the touchdown. It's going to be a halfback screen, and it's just going to be just short. As Wilkins Jr. finds Tyrus Kaysen coming out of the backfield. But give credit to the Celtic Tigers defense, reading the play and getting the tackle just before the first down marker. as Taylor McBride, the left end, getting in there and making the tackle on Kaysen. And so, 4th down, and the field goal unit will have to come out. Quinn Meadows will attempt the field goal for the Orlando Sentinels, trying to get the early 3-0 lead. The kick is up, and it's through the uprights and good. And so, Sentinels on their 2nd possession, going down the field. DeAndre Wilkins Jr. leading that drive, and it was the big play to Roland Jeffries that set it up, getting the drive going. And just like that, Quinn Meadows tacking on the 3 points. 3-0 here with 6:44 left to go in the first quarter. Just want to give a shout out to everybody watching in the YouTube chat. Thank you guys for tuning in to Saturday night action. While other leagues around the sporting world seem to be on a hiatus so far, the RFL will continue to go, and please be sure to send the links out and get more viewers here, as Crowell will start his 2nd possession. It's going to be a handoff to the talented running back Trey Worsley. And we take a look at the offensive line for the Celtic Tigers: Devine Fleming, Nielsen, Yates, Naani, one of the big play receivers. As you take a look at the backfield receivers. 2nd down and 6. For Crowell and company. Play action. Pressure coming. He's going to throw it deep down the field. It's going to be caught by his receiver inside the red zone to the 5. End zone. Touchdown. That is Nate Naani getting his first house call for 6 here. And just like that, that quick strike ability, Drake Crowell to Nate Naani getting the Celtic Tigers on the board. And that, just like that, his 3rd receiving touchdown. And boy, oh boy, absolutely burning the Sentinels defense, as they had no answer on that play. The DB tried to make a play, but just came up short. And just like that, Naani getting into the end zone, celebrating like he should. Drake Crowell, man, what a season. That's his 15th touchdown pass on the season, as the extra point is up and through from Tyrus Whaley. Just like that, 2 plays, 70 yards, 44 seconds. I don't know if there's a offense that can do it like the Celtic Tigers have been doing it to start the season. They've just been red hot, and they continue their red hot start. But see, with the Sentinels, DeAndre Wilkins Jr. will get a chance to try to get the lead back, as the kick returner Jed Skyback getting the football to the 26-yard line. So that's where DeAndre Wilkins Jr. will start his 3rd possession here of the first quarter. 5:53 left to go. And boy, oh boy, you just got to wonder if you're the AFC teams and you're going up against the Celtic Tigers, what exactly you can do against this offense. And throwing it, it's going to be picked off and intercepted by Joshua Shields. And just like that, the Celtic Tigers 1st down and 10 in prime real estate at the 31-yard line. Not really sure where DeAndre Wilkins Jr. was looking to go with that. He was trying to find Aaron Wilborn, but he was leading his receiver. But give credit to Joshua Shields for reading the play and actually reading the route and running the route better than the receiver and getting his hands on the football. Sometimes you'll see the DBs drop that ball, and then you start to wonder, whether this is why they play receiver and whatnot. But Joshua Shields coming up with a huge interception. Looks like he was wanting the coach to maybe put him in a receiver for a couple plays, as Crowell will play action here. He's going to go for the end zone for 6 and almost intercepted, and it's going to fall incomplete, as he was looking for Jason Stimson, the receiver. Take a look at the defensive line. Demanchi Odom and Sowell, and you take a look at the linebackers. The secondary, Wilkins, Conrad, Oliver, and Barnes will make up that secondary, trying to hold the Celtic Tigers. They've been unsuccessful on the last drive. 2nd down and 10 here for Drake Crowell. Got some time. He's going to fire to receiver, but that's going to be picked off. And the Sentinels Ricky Graham coming up with the interception on Drake Crowell. And oh boy, back-to-back turnovers from both these teams. And that one, we'll have to see if it comes back to haunt the Celtic Tigers a little bit, as that one, they could have got some points on the board. They were in field goal range. And Drake Crowell trying to find the receiver on the sideline, but give credit to Graham coming up with the interception. And so, Wilkins Jr., you take a look, 5 of 7, 66 yards, 1 interception on the day. He did lead his team downfield on his second possession. On the fourth one here, he's going to be backed up inside his own territory at the 8. It's going to be a handoff to Whitfield, who's going to go up the middle and up to the 13-yard line. Just take a look at last week's numbers for Whitfield. 15 carries, 137 yards, and 1 touchdown. On the season, Whitfield is 4th in rushing yards with 595 and tied for 2nd in rushing touchdowns with 4. So definitely one of the better halfbacks in the AFC this season, and he will get the handoff, and he will be hit by a swarm of Celtic Tigers, as Rashawn Blackman will be credited with the tackle. 3rd and 7, backed up to the 11-yard line, as Whitfield had nowhere to go on that carry. Just great job. You see Lindsley as well getting in there, shrugging, block shedding off of his offensive line and getting in there. So great read by him as well, as long as Blackman. And Wilkins Jr. is going to have to fire it to Whitfield coming out of the backfield and only getting 1 yard up to the 12-yard line. So 4th down and 6. And give credit, Celtic Tigers, they and the interception having to come out and play defense, and now forcing Leo Silvestro to come out to punt the football. And Celtic Tigers will be gifted, depending on how this punt goes, with some excellent field position. Depending on how it goes, it could be the returner could get into Sentinels territory, as the punt will be received and getting up to the 40-yard line. So
let's go, baby. Let's go.
Barrow getting the football up to the 40-yard line. So that's where Drake Crowell and company will start their possession here. You take a look at his stats: 3 of 5. Not the Crowell that many of you in the RFL have come to expect, but still early. 3:40 left to go. Handoff here to Worsley, going up the middle of the field, and he's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield, as Darius Edwards meeting Worsley in the hole and making the tackle for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 on the 2nd down play coming up. That's a great read by Darius Edwards. He's coming in with 47 tackles, 2.5 sacks on the season, and 1 forced fumble. And there he gets his first tackle for loss on the season. Crowell will be in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a handoff to Worsley, and he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be hit and downed at the 38-yard line. So another rushing attempt for a loss of 1, as Jamal Burns coming up and making the tackle from his cornerback spot. Burns with a couple of good plays from the cornerback spot, coming in and making the tackle. Also give credit to Darius Edwards yet again coming in as well. Take a look at the defensive players for the Celtic Tigers on the sideline, talking about what's going on in the offense. There's Drake Crowell on this 3rd down and 12 play from his own 38-yard line. 2:25 left to go in the first quarter. Takes a shotgun snap, pressure coming. He's got to throw it, and he fires it incomplete, and will come to a 4th down and 12. And so the Sentinels defense holding Drake Crowell and company in check on this drive, and having to force the punt from Tyrus Wiley yet again. As we've seen some really good defense to start the first quarter. We'll have to see if this continues throughout the rest of the game. So the punt away from Wiley going to be into the end zone for a touchback, and it'll come up to the 20-yard line. So that's where DeAndre Wilkins Jr. will get his next possession. Take a look. DJ Whitfield, 15 rushes, 137 yards, and 1 touchdown last week. Already went over his stats just a possession ago. And so DeAndre Wilkins Jr. under center, dropping back, and fire it out to the left. It's going to be caught, and small gain up to the 23-yard line. Gain of 3 is Ricky Higginbottom. Second down and 7. Wilkins Jr. in the shotgun formation. He's going to fire. It's going to be picked off. And going back the other way. Reed Holmberg getting the interception and turning the tide yet again, as DeAndre Wilkins Jr. just cannot seem to shake the interception bug, as that is his second interception in the game. And that's Reed Holmberg's first interception on the season. And it couldn't come at a better time, as prime real estate yet again for Drake Crowell and company. We'll have to see if the last time he had this kind of field position, he threw the interception to Grams, to the Sentinels. So we'll see what happens here. He's as he's at the Sentinels 26-yard line, 1 yard short of the red zone, and Worsley having to, looks like he did the spinorama there without having to do so. Let's take a look at Trey Worsley's numbers from last week. 18 carries, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad day for the running back. And so he was only able to get a gain of 1, setting up a second down and 9 from the 24-yard line as we come with under a minute left in the first quarter. Going to be another handoff to Worsley. He's trying to get something going. And he gets down to the 21-yard line, setting up his third down and 5. Crowell will be in the shotgun formation. Worsley to his right, taking the snap. It's Crowell. He's going to fire it out. It will be caught by Stimson. And he'll get to the 16-yard line as we come with under 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It's going to be a 4th down and inches. 7-3 is your score here late in the first quarter. As you guys are just tuning in, Nayani getting the first touchdown from a strike from Drake Crowell. Will be that's how the Celtic Tigers got their 7 points, and then a field goal from the Sentinels. As the Sentinels had the early lead, and then on the next possession, Celtic Tigers and Crowell just marched just 2 plays, 70 yards for a touchdown. So 4th down and inches. The kick is up and through the uprights and good. Tyrus Wiley knocking it through the uprights and good, as the Celtic Tigers go up 10-3, up by 7 here in the start of the second quarter, 14:57 to be exact. And the kick is away. It's going to be fielded by Jet Skyback. He's going to get the football up to the 28-yard line, so that is where DeAndre Wilkins Jr. will get his first start of the second quarter. Very, not the best start that Coach Armstrong and company probably had expected. 2 interceptions. As even though it's only led to just 3 points for the Celtic Tigers. A fake end around handoff to the running back, Whitfield, getting up to the 31-yard line, gain of 4, second down and 6. Wilkins Jr. in the shotgun formation. Taking a snap, drop it back. He's got some time. He's got to fire it to his receiver, and he's going to shrug out of a tackle. And he's past the 40 to the 30 at the 26-yard line. Yeah, Aram Wilburn getting a big reception there, breaking out of the tackle from the DB and doing the rest with his feet. Boy, oh boy, just not a good tackle from Shields. He had the interception. We got the first interception on Wilkins Jr., and they're just not the greatest of tackling form from the start corner, and leads to a big play as Wilburn now has 2 receptions for 66 yards as Wilkins Jr. will go under center, handoff to Whitfield. He gets off a tackler. He's got the first down inside the 15. And he'll be tackled at the 15-yard line as Whitfield trying to get his legs churning here in the second quarter, as both running backs, Worsley and Whitfield, have been held in check to start, as both defenses, give credit to them, as they've come to play. It's a 10-3 ball game. Let's take a look. Whitfield telling the defensive player for the Celtic Tigers to just get off of him. So empty set formation for Wilkins Jr. here. He'll be in the shotgun. He takes a snap, drops back. He's got some time. Pocket's under collapse. He's got to throw it wide open. Receiver going to get inside the 5 to the 1-yard line. And that's where he'll be knocked out of bounds. As Wilkins Jr. seems to be finding his receivers here. Take a look at Coach Armstrong on the sidelines, dapping it up with his team. It's a great drive here, great answer as he finds Whitfield coming out of the backfield. That was a good drive. That was a good job just to pick up something. It gets all the way down to the 1 yard line before Shields coming up and making the tackle for the Celtic Tigers. So first down and goal at the 1 yard line. Wilkins Jr. will go under center. Handoff. He's going to try to go up the middle. He's going to be hit and dropped as the fullback, Aaron Anger, tries to go up the middle of the field, and he'll be hit for a loss of 1 as Williams coming up and making the tackle for the Celtic Tigers. Just a good read and good play. There's also Afrani was also in there, the left outside linebacker for the Celtic Tigers. Second down and goal from the 2 yard line. 12 minutes left to go. Handoff to the fullback and getting in for the touchdown. Aaron Anger getting in there. And his first house call for 6 as he's doing his little dance. And you gotta love it when the fullback gets into the end zone, and those guys really don't get a lot of touchdowns, and when they do, their celebrations look like mighty hilarious as he looks like he has a wind-up toy on that one. Just a great answer from Wilkins Jr. coming down the field and tacking on the extra point to tie up the game is Quinn Meadows. And just like that, 10-10 ball game, 6 plays, 73 yards, taking up 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the drive. We take a look at Coach Armstrong dabbing it up with his offensive players coming back to the sidelines. You gotta love it when your team fights back and able to tie the game on a red-hot team like the Celtic Tigers. The return from Joshua Shields.
Let's go.
He brought up to the 25 yard line, so if he would have just taken a knee, he would have been at the 25 anyway, but that's where Drake Crowell and company will start their next drive here, is where 11:54 left to go in the second quarter. Really good defensive battle. 10-10. A couple big plays sprinkled in as well. As Worsley's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. And coming up, Irie Odom yet again, as he has had the number of Trey Worsley to start the game. Remember, he made the big play in the first quarter. And the very first play, I believe, in the first quarter, gained the tackle for loss and the fumble as well. And Worsley just cannot go anywhere to start this game. Second and 15. Let's take a look. 121 yards passing-wise for the Sentinels. And Worsley will get the carry yet again, and he's going to be hit and dropped for another loss back to the 18. As Worsley, 7 rushes for -1 rushing yards to start the game. And we're here in the second quarter, 11:04 left to go, and boy, oh boy, the Sentinels defense has just come to play, bottling up Worsley all game. Let's take a look. Boy, oh boy, Brandon Oliver coming down from his free safety spot, making the hit, and getting the tackle for loss at that on Trey Worsley. So third down and a country mile. Third down and 17 for Drake Crowell as he drops back out of shotgun. Pocket is fine. He fires it to a wide open receiver, and it's caught just before he gets hit. Big play, big catch. Cam Rux making the big play and getting up to the 47-yard line. First down for the Celtic Tigers. Drake Crowell, ice in his veins and finding his receiver just between the corner and the safety. No answer there as Graham was in coverage, just couldn't bat the football down. So 1 reception, 29 yards for Cam Rux. Crowell in the shotgun formation, handoff to Worsley, who's going to go up the middle and getting to midfield before he'll be hit and dropped at the tackle by Thomas. The middle linebacker making the tackle. Second down and 7, gain of 3 from Worsley. He'll get the handoff yet again, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss back to the 48-yard line. It's Barnes coming up and making his second tackle for loss. The corner has been all over the field to start. And again, Worsley just can't get going. As the Sentinels defense having a day to start first half. Still plenty of time left to go. Still have another half. 8:50 left to go in the second quarter. 3rd down and 9. Powell, can he execute another 3rd down? He'll fire to the receiver coming out of the backfield, and it's going to fall incomplete. The pass falls off the hands of Henderson. And so the punting unit will have to come on and punt the football back to the Sentinels. The football just goes off the hands. And you hate to see that. The punt is away from Hudson O'Donnell, and they'll go out at the 34-yard line. So Wilkins Jr. will come on and see if he can march his offensive unit down the field yet again. And so far on the day, VJ Whitfield, 7 rushes for 31 yards as he's been held in check. First down and 10, 8:40 left to go in the second quarter. Wilkins Jr. in the pistol formation. He drops back. He's going to fire to the halfback coming out of the backfield. He'll be hit and tackled for a loss. Holmberg coming up and making the tackle yet again. As Whitfield had nowhere to go. As the Celtic Tigers and their star middle linebacker sniffed that play out from the get-go. Dropping for a big loss, setting Wilkins Jr. in the offense for the Sentinels back behind the chains on the 2nd down. Just a great read from Reed Holmberg coming down from his linebacker spot. So 2nd and 14 as the Celtic Tigers -6 yards rushing. And so it's going to be a pitch play to Whitfield, who's got some blocks on in front and getting close to the 40. He could be marked down at the 37-yard line. 3rd down and 7. Wilkins Jr. in the pistol formation on this 3rd down play. Play clock running down to 7 seconds. Wilkins Jr. firing underneath. Pass will be caught and getting the 1st down. Trey Cook getting up to the 45-yard line. 1st down and 10. Great play from the Sentinels and the offensive play calling. Great slant route was coming in. Trey Cook came open underneath, and there's just no linebacker in the vicinity. As you take a look at Williams having to come in and making the tackle from his strong safety spot. So 1st down and 10, up to the 45-yard line. Wilkins Jr. under center. It's going to be a handoff to Whitfield. He'll be hit and dropped at the 47-yard line, met by a host of Celtic Tigers. But pickup of 1, 2nd down and 9. Wilkins Jr. dropping back. He's got plenty of time. Pocket starting to collapse. He needs to do something, and he is going to throw it away. Great recognition from Wilkins Jr. just to throw the football away and not take a sack. Live to fight another down. 3rd down and 9. 6 minutes exact left to go in the second quarter. Wilkins Jr. dropping back, going to fire it, and it's going to be caught, getting the 1st down. And that is Brandon Cushing, star tight end, getting his 1st reception here. And just like that, 1st down for the Sentinels. Cushing coming in 32 receptions to 332 yards receiving on the season, and coming in leading the team in touchdowns with 3 touchdowns on the season. And they're getting his 1st reception. It's a big one for a 1st down, moving the chains. 1st down and 10. Wilkins Jr. taking the shotgun snap. Pressure coming, and he fires it to a wide open receiver in the middle of the field. And it'll be caught and up to the 23-yard line is Drayton, and getting into the red zone yet again for the Orlando Sentinels. As Wilkins Jr. taking the keys and putting his team on the drive here, looking to add some points before the end of the half. But just a great job by Keenan Drayton sitting down in the middle of the field. Celtic Tigers linebackers were nowhere in sight into a big play. 1st down and 10. Inside Celtic Tigers 23-yard line. Handoff to Whitfield. Going to try to get something up to the 20-yard line is where he will go for a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Sentinels. Wilkins Jr. under center. Play action. Rolling out. And he's going to be hit and dropped for a sack. Jason Lindsay again making the sack, and he is in the zone. And he is pumped up after getting the sack on Wilkins Jr. And that play call just didn't seem to work, as Wilkins Jr. after rolling out just went right into the hands of Lindsley coming off the edge. from his right end spot and getting the tackle. Huge play there. 3rd down and 16. Wilkins Jr. needs a miracle if he wants a first down. At the 29-yard line, dropping back, pressure coming, and he fires it underneath. And up to the 20-yard line is B.J. Whitfield, setting up an easier field goal, but not enough for the first down, as Quinn Meadows will have to come on to attempt the field goal to try to give the Sentinels back the lead, since they were up 3-0 early in the first quarter. Give credit to the swarming defense of the Celtic Tigers. A free in there, and the tackle as well as Holmberg. The 2 linebackers coming in and converging to make the tackle. So Quinn Meadows, can he give the Sentinels the lead? The kick is up and through the uprights and good. Make it a 13-10 ball game with 2:43 left to go in the second quarter. Shout out to everybody watching a Twitch chat yet again. Can't thank you guys enough so much for what you guys do week in, week out. Coming in and having just a good old time on your Saturday nights as we close out the Saturday slate of football games. The RFL Week 7 action. Coming to you live from Sentinel Field in Orlando, Florida. You take a look at Drake Crowell coming on, and his passing stats on the day: 5 of 9 for 110 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. First down and 10. Well, in the shotgun formation, halfback screen, Foreman, and he's just going to have to throw it, and it's going to fall incomplete, hitting his offensive lineman on the backside. That's not going to get the job done. And so 2nd down and 10. Crowell will go under center. I formation, tight end, motioning from right to left. Worsley in the backfield. He will play action it. Crowell will hold it and fire to his receiver, tight end coming out of the backfield. Reggie Wilson getting the reception up to the 28-yard line. Pick up a 3. 3rd down and 7. Crowell, can he pick up the first down? Can they get the playoff without the 2-minute warning? And they do. Crowell, play action. He's got some time. Firing deep across the middle of the field. Pass is caught. Coming to the end of the 2-minute warning. Matt Nayani getting the reception and getting inside the Sentinels territory. As we come to the 2-minute warning, 13-10 ball game. Sentinels on top of the Celtic Tigers, but the Celtic Tigers are on the drive as Crowell will fire it out to the right side. The pass will be caught by Badir Ajloni getting the reception. And so with 1:42 left to go in the first half, let's take a look at Ajloni on the reception. Getting the tackle. Great job. Avery Conrad coming down, making the tackle. Not allowing Ajloni to make a move. 2nd down and 7. 1:30 left to go. Crowell dropped it back. Pressure coming. He's going to be hit and dropped for a sack. The first time we call his name, Wendell Demichi coming in and making the sack. That would be his 9th on the season. And what a sack at that. Moving the Celtic Tigers back for a 3rd down and long, as Wendell Demichi coming in and making the tackle. Just when you need a big play, Demichi is the one that can make it, and already 9 sacks on the season. 3rd down and 13, 1:08 left to go. Firing it across the middle, pass is caught. Trying to get a few extra yards at that. DJ Barrow will get down inside the red zone. Taking the timeout is the Celtic Tigers. 13-10. 1:01 left to go. It's Barrow getting his first reception for 19 yards. Crowell dropping back. Plenty of time. Finding his tight end. And it's caught. And getting inside the 1-yard line, Reggie Wilson. Big play. Another timeout. Their second. Celtic Tigers only have 1 left. Crowell under center. Worsley in the backfield, getting the handoff and going in for the touchdown. Trey Worsley getting his first touchdown here of the game, and his first house call for 6 of the game at that. 54 seconds left to go. Just a great drive from Drake Crowell, leading his team downfield. Trey Worsley getting his 7th rushing touchdown, and he will go into first place in the AFC with that 7th rushing touchdown. As it stands, as coming into the game, he was tied for first in the AFC. And coming on to attempt the extra point will be Tyrus Wiley. Kick is up through the uprights and good, giving the Celtic Tigers a 4-point lead with 54 seconds left to go. Now the Tigers on top, 17-13, 8 plays, 75-yard drive for the Celtic Tigers on that last possession, as it was capped off with a Trey Worsley touchdown. He's still been held in check though, despite the touchdown. But that touchdown will help his stats quite a bit. So Skyback will get out to the 25-yard line. 50 seconds left to go for Wilkins Jr. and the rest of the Sentinels offense. Let's see what they decide to do and what Coach Armstrong wants to do. If he wants to try to go for a couple points here, or if he's going to play it safe and just take it into the half. As Wilkins Jr. has turned the football over 2 times. As Wilkins Jr. starts in the shotgun formation, handoff here to Whitfield going up the middle, and taking the timeout is the Sentinels. So second down and 7. 47 seconds left to go. Wilkins Jr. dropping back. He's got some time. Going to fire it to the receiver. Pass will be caught on the left side. Getting up to the 39-yard line is Wilborn. So first down and 10. 42 seconds left to go. Wilkins Jr. dropping back. Pocket starting to collapse. He needs to do something. He's going to be hit and drop for a sack. Was that Lindsley led again? Yes, it was. And he is just having a day. And so the Sentinels will take the final timeout with 21 seconds left to go. Second down and 18. Huge play. Firing it underneath is Whitfield, and he's going to have up to the 37-yard line, and that's not going to do it. And so just like that, the first half of action comes to a close. As you take a look at Coach Armstrong leading his team to the tunnel, to the locker room, as it's a 17-13 ball game. Celtic Tigers on top of the Orlando Sentinels. And we'll get the second half of action underway as Quinn Meadows will kick the football to start the second half. Celtic Tigers will receive, and up to the 27-yard line is where Trey Crowell will start his first drive of the second half. Let's take a look at Matt Nayani. 2 receptions, 103 yards, 1 touchdown. That one score came in the first quarter on a quick strike from Drake Crowell. First down and 10. Handoff to Worsley. He's going to go up the middle. He had the best run of the day and getting up to the 37-yard line. First down for the Celtic Tigers. 11 rushes for 11 yards as Trey Worsley has been held in check by the Sentinels defense. Let's see what adjustments the Celtic Tigers made in the locker room to come out to start the second half of action. Thank you everybody for watching Week 7 of the RFL between the Celtic Tigers and the Orlando Sentinels. First down and 10 in this AFC East matchup, as the false start will march the Celtic Tigers back 5 yards. That's not something you want to do here. You want to get behind the chains, and first down and 15. Handoff to Worsley, who's going to go up the middle, getting close to the 40-yard line. Big tackle at the 37-yard line. Get back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. Worsley with a gain of 5. Burrell under center. Halfback draw to Worsley. He's going to try to go to the left side, and he'll be hit and dropped in the backfield. Coming up and making the plays, Edwards from his linebacker spot, as he's been all over the football, able to hold Worsley in check. As it looks like the Sentinels defense just smelling out these run plays. Must have done a lot of tape throughout practice, as it's probably been instilled in them that the Celtic Tigers are coming in hot and they like to get Worsley the football. And give credit to Coach Armstrong having his defense prepared. Third down and 11. Can Crowell come up with the first down? He will. And Matt Nayani getting enough for the first down past midfield to the 48-yard line inside Sentinels territory. And there's just not much you can do with Maniani. He's going to get his, but you got to limit what he gets, as he was able to shrug off Wilkins. Just no match, but then give credit to the rest of the Sentinels defense swarming in and making a tackle before Niani was able to make something out of that, as Crowell will go in the shotgun formation, hands off to Worsley going up the field. He's past the 40 to the 38-yard line. Make it a 2nd and inches here with 11:55 left to go in the third quarter. 17-13 is your score. Bray Crowell drop it back out of shotgun. He's going to fire it to the receiver. It will be caught. His go-to tight end, Wilson, with another reception. 5 receptions, 32 yards. Moving the chains. 1st down and 10. There's Crowell finding his receivers here, and he likes to go to his go-to, Reggie Wilson. Big play tight end at that. Coming in, he's, again, leading his team in touchdowns with 4 on the season. Receiving touchdowns, that is. 1st down and 10. The Sentinels 37-yard line. Angeloni getting the handoff here and getting to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 8 on his first carry, setting up a 2nd down and 2. Oh well, we'll go under center. Halfback Worsley in the backfield. Play action to Worsley. He's got to fire to the receiver. It's going to be caught. Barrow getting down to the 1-yard line before he's tackled on the play. And there's just nothing you can do when this offense gets going for the Celtic Tigers. You just got to pray that they throw it to that Crowell throws it to your DBs. It's Graham getting beat off the line, but give credit for him fighting back and getting the tackle before Barrow was able to get into the end zone. So at the 1-yard line, Crowell will go in the shotgun formation. He's got Worsley to his left. It's going to be a handoff. He's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. Damichi getting in there along with Shivers as well, the left outside linebacker coming down and helping Damichi making the tackle. As that play was sniffed out from the get-go. As you take a look at Shivers coming in there untouched at that. So pushing Celtic Tigers back to the 4-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Crowell under center. Be a handoff to Mitchell, the fullback, and he'll get positive yards. He'll pick up a gain of 2 and get to the 2-yard line. DeAndre Mitchell getting the first carry for him of the game. 3rd down and goal. Crowell will go under center. Worsley in the backfield. Quick drop back for Crowell. He's got to fire to the end zone. Niani was not able to come down with it. It falls incomplete. And it's going to be a 4th down and goal, and give credit to the Sentinels defense. Celtic Tigers did all they could to get into the end zone, and the Sentinels defense held serve. A great stand from the Sentinels defense. 4th down and goal. And so Tyrus Willie will come on to attempt the extra point, or field goal, excuse me. It's through the uprights and good. 7-point lead, 20-13. Your midway point of the 3rd quarter. As the Celtic Tigers march down the field, tack on 3 points. 8:37 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Kick is away. It's going to be in the back of the end zone and need for a touchback.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
We'll have to see what Coach Armstrong, what changes he made in the halftime period with DeAndre Wilkins Jr. Take a look at Lindsley having a big day for the Celtic Tigers, dropping Wilkins Jr. at bay whenever gets his paws on him. 1st down and 10, handoff to Whitbeck, shrugging out of a tackle and getting up to the 26-yard line. All that for just a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Wilkins Jr. will go under center. Whitbeck in the backfield. Drop it back as Wilkins Jr. He's going to fire it, and it's going to be broken up. Making the play, getting his paws on it is Blackman, the linebacker. Setting a 3rd down and 9 for Wilkins Jr., who drops back out of shotgun. Pressure coming, great pickup. And Wilkins Jr. just got to fire that, and it goes out of bounds. Not able to find his receivers, and just like that, 4th down and 9, 3 and out for the Sentinels offense. Not something you want to see coming out of the locker room for your first possession of the second half. And the Celtic Tigers will get the football. 7:52 left to go in the third quarter. 20-13 is your score. Celtic Tigers haven't looked as potent an offense as they have throughout the first 6 weeks of the RFL action. But that doesn't mean that Drake Crowell and company can be taken lightly, as we've seen with the quick strike ability in tonight's matchup. So first down and 10. Drake Crowell comes down in the shotgun formation. Maybe a handoff to Worsley. He's trying to go up the middle. He has enough for the first down, making a guy miss and getting past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And just like that, Worsley with his best run of the day as he's up to 37 yards on the night. First down and 10 for the Celtic Tigers. Just a great hold made by the Celtic Tigers offensive line. And Worsley did the rest as he's been held in check, as I've been saying, pretty much all game. And that was the longest run of the night for Trey Worsley. First down and 10. Crowell in the shotgun formation. Worsley to his right, to his left. He's got to get the handoff, try to go up the middle. And he'll be hit and dropped at the 38-yard line. Pickup of 1. Second down and 9. With Edwards making the tackle for the Sentinels. Crowell will hand it off to Worsley yet again, who seems to be getting much of the workload. Setting up a third down and 3. He gets up to the 45-yard line. Crowell under center. Worsley in the backfield. Drop it back. Crowell and firing it to Niani, but it goes out of bounds. And so fourth down and 3. We'll have to see what the Celtic Tigers decide to do. They'll probably end up punting the football away, but they are in probably the right territory where it would be okay to go for it. But Hudson O'Donnell will punt the football away, and it goes into the end zone, out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And so no harm, no foul after Wilkins Jr. went 3 and out on his last drive. Here's take a look. They're showing Jet Skyback stats as there's really nothing to show. So first down and 10 for Wilkins Jr. on his second possession here in the third quarter. He'll start in the shotgun formation, dropping back. He's going to fire across the middle, pass will be caught before Holmberg coming down and making the tackle. Pickup of 8 for the Sentinels as Wilkins Jr. will go in the shotgun formation. Play action, pressure coming, and great pickup, and he fires it, and the pass will be caught out wide by Wilburn, making the reception. 4 receptions for 81 yards. First down and 10. Handoff to Whitbeck. Going to go up the middle, and he's going to be hit. And getting the tackle, Malik Yates. Pickup of 1 for Whitbeck. Second down and 9 at the 33-yard line. Drop it back. Wilkins Jr. He's got time. He's got to fire it. Pass is caught on the sidelines. Aaron Wilburn getting the reception. Kenan Drayton, nice route run there. Nice corner route. And give credit to Wilkins Jr. finding him on the sidelines, and then Drayton doing the rest, getting his toes tapped, showing the ballet that he's been doing in the offseason. As Wilkins Jr.'s now in the zone. Trips to the top of the screen. There'll be a handoff going up the middle. Whitfield getting up to the 41-yard line inside Celtic Tigers territory. They are still down 7. Second down and 6. Wilkins Jr. halfback screen setting up. He's got enough for the first down and a whole lot more inside the 20 to the 10. Inside the 5. He'll be knocked out at the 4-yard line. Getting the reception. Excellent play call from Coach Armstrong as VJ Whitfield. Great halfback screen. One of the best that we've seen in the RFL. And boy, oh boy, you just got to wonder what the Celtic Tigers were doing. Just great play call. You find out what the defense is in. It looked like they were in some zone coverage. It's just nobody was over there on the right side. And Whitfield just had room to roll. So first down and 10. Can the Sentinels punch it into the end zone? Wilkins Jr. under center in the goal line formation. Play action. He's going to be hit and drop for a sack. Coming in, making the play, Joshua Jones. Coming in, getting the sack. Wilkins Jr. pushing the Sentinels all the way back to the 12-yard line. The backup, strong, free safety. 8-yard loss. Huge loss for the Sentinels. They were in prime real estate. Now have to be pushed back to the 12. For a second down and goal. Wilkins Jr. going to fire to the tight end, Cushing, and he'll get into the end zone for a touchdown. Brandon Cushing with his house call for 6 here in the ball game, and pending the extra point, it'll be a tie game as he gets his 4th touchdown of the season. And a great play call. Second down and 12, backed up. Just awesome play calls. Coach Armstrong finding the playmakers when needed, and Wilkins Jr. leading his team down the field. Pending the extra point, tie the football game up. Quinn Meadows, the kick is up and good. And so Wilkins Jr. leading his team downfield, getting the game-tying touchdown. 8 plays, 80 yards, 4:07 off the game clock. So with 1:37 left to go in the third quarter, we're all knotted up yet again. 20-20. Kick from Quinn Meadows is away. Going to be fielded at the 6-yard line. Bringing the football up with Joshua Shields to be brought up to the 28-yard line. So DeAndre Wilkins Jr. just, even despite those 2 interceptions that he had in the first half, able to come down, lead his team on 2 game-tying possessions. Just awesome job from the quarterback of the Sentinels to just shrug off those interceptions and keep playing. First down and 10. Well, we'll go under center. Worsley in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Worsley. He's going to go up the middle and getting enough of the first down and still taking his man past the 40 to the be marked down at the 40-yard line as Conrad was taken for a ride. And Trey Worsley starting to get his legs churning just a little bit here and there each and every quarter. And it seems each and every carry that he gets, his legs seem to be coming to him. Well, under center in the I formation with Worsley in the backfield. So he gets the handoff. He'll go up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 49-yard line as Worsley's up to 64 yards. And you never would have thought that he would be hitting those numbers. And he's already at 64, 2nd and 2. Another handoff to Worsley, who's going to get the block. He makes a guy miss. He's at the 30, 25, 20. He'll be tackled at the 18-yard line. I thought he was going to be bottled up in the backfield, and just like that, Worsley makes something out of nothing. The block's out in front, springing him down the field and all the way down to the 16-yard line. 18-yard line, excuse me. Just great play, and once he makes that juke move right there on Barnes, it was off to the races, and the Sentinels holding him at the 18-yard line. We've come to the end of the third quarter. All knotted up, 20-20. Celtic Tigers marching downfield. Everybody put your fours up in chat as another great game to close out week 7 of the Saturday slate. First down and 10. Crowell taking a shotgun snap. Azuloni running out of the backfield. Gonna fire it underneath to Nayani. There's gonna be a flag. It looks like it's gonna be a face mask. And it will be. And handing yards to the Celtic Tigers is the Orlando Sentinels. Just a boneheaded play as the Celtic Tigers are now at the 5-yard line. Oh, you're kind of frustrated, but you can't make these mistakes, these mental mistakes. First down and goal. Handoff to Azuloni. He gets out of a tackle. He'll go in for the end zone. But dear Azuloni getting in for the end zone, getting his first house call for 6. As he goes in for the touchdown, 5 yards out. 5-yard rushing touchdown. As he shrugs off the tackle. Shivers just not able to bring him down as he read the play and able, if it was going to be a tackle, it would have been for a loss, another one. But give credit, Azuloni getting in there for the touchdown as the Celtic Tigers regain the lead and pending the extra point, looking to go up 7. Extra point attempt is up and through the uprights and good. 27-20, 4 plays, 63 yards for the Celtic Tigers. Only taking up a minute 49 off the play clock. Take a look at the GOAT, Trey Crowell, liking what he's seeing, giving the kicking, the extra point unit high fives as they come off after the extra point, and the kick is away. Skyback looking to make something, getting up to the 28-yard line, so that's where DeAndre Wilkins Jr. will get his first possession of the fourth quarter. Kind of started off slow for DeAndre Wilkins Jr. 2 interceptions in the first half, but able to put those interceptions behind him and leading his team on the last possession and into the end zone. Brandon Cushing getting the game-tying touchdown at the time. Wilkins Jr. getting the shotgun snap, getting the reception up to the 40-yard line. Jarvis Wright, the receiver, getting his first reception. First down and 10. Wilkins Jr. will hand it off to Whitfield, who's going to try to get up the field. He's going to get up to the 43-yard line, pick up a 2. Second down and 8. Reed Holmberg getting another tackle. He's got 6 on the night. As Wilkins Jr. will fire out to the receiver. It's going to be caught into Celtic Tigers territory. This is the receiver Trey Cook with his second reception. First down and 10. Wilkins Jr. in the zone. Pressure coming. He fires it just in the nick of time. And Whitfield getting the ball down to the 40-yard line. Pick up a 6. And the pressure was coming from Lindsley. And Wilkins Jr. just able to get the football away before Lindsley was able to get the pressure. Just good read from the quarterback of the Sentinels. He's been playing lights out despite those 2 turnovers that he had. And I like what I'm seeing after coming back, getting those, making the plays that he needs to. Second down and 4. Wilkins Jr. going to fire deep downfield, but it's going to fall incomplete. Not giving his receiver a chance as the pass was intended for Keenan Drayton. Third down and 4. They need to convert to keep the drive alive. Firing it underneath. Whitfield making a guy miss. Making Holmberg miss. Not something that happens often. And just like that, Whitfield enough for the first down. He has 9 receptions for 88 yards on the game. As Wilkins Jr. has been finding him often. And much of that yardage came on that screen pass on the last drive that set up the touchdown. As you take a look at Whitfield makes Holmberg miss. Holmberg's just been all over the field for the Celtic Tigers. A couple missed tackles here and there, but give credit to Whitfield with the nice juke. So Wilkins Jr. in the empty set shotgun formation. He takes the snap. Got plenty of time. Firing across the middle. Diving catch, and it's caught at the 10-yard line. Getting his reception, Ricky Higginbotham. And boy, oh boy, just what a diving catch. And what a throw from Wilkins Jr. putting it only where his receiver can get it and laying out and trying to make the deflection was Lavion Waynes and coming up just fingertip short. So first down and 10 inside the red zone. Wilkins Jr. in the shotgun formation, firing it to Cushing underneath. Not able to repeat what happened on the last drive as he'll be stopped at the 5-yard line. Second down and goal. 10-19 left to go in the fourth quarter. Wilkins Jr. in the shotgun formation, taking the snap. Pressure coming. He fires it across the middle at the goal line. He's going to be stopped just an inch short. Hurrying it up as Jarvis Wright making the reception. Third down and goal at the 1. Handoff. They're going to be option keeper and shrugging off the tackle and getting into the end zone. DeAndre Wilkins Jr. getting his first house call for 6 here in the game. Great play call from the Sentinels quarterback as the pressure was coming and he was able to get out of the tackle. Good job on holding the football. And as Williams not able to make the shoestring tackle, as Wilkins getting into the end zone, marching his team downfield yet again, and again pending the extra point from Quinn Meadows. We'll have another tied ball game as the extra point is up and through. And so in this AFC East battle, Celtic Tigers coming in 6-0. The Sentinels 4-2. Be a huge win for the Sentinels if they're able to pull up the upset. 27-27, 9:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Kick is away, and it will be brought out by Shields. He's going to get past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We got this.
At the 22 is where Dre Crowell will start this drive. Take a look. 14-21, 244 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception on the season. Crowell is averaging 309.5 yards per game on average. First down and 10. Dropping back is Crowell under center. He's rolling out. He's going to fire it to a wide open receiver, and it will be caught, making a guy miss. And just like that, Barrow getting up to the Sentinels territory, 48-yard line, as he was wide open on that comeback route, and able to make Barnes miss. Nice juke, and then give credit for Shivers being back there and making that tackle. This would have hurt. It would have been big if Shivers wasn't there. So first, not in the Sentinels territory, excuse me, was getting the handoff is Worsley and getting tackled for a loss of 1. Making the play, Marquise Sowell making the stop there. Backed up to the 47-yard line now. As Worsley had a big third quarter. We'll have to see what he could do in the fourth and final quarter. He's been held in check, but nonetheless, he's still able to get his. Second down and 11, 8-12 left to go in the fourth quarter. Crowell dropping back out of the shotgun formation. Pressure starting to come. He's got to fire deep downfield. Pass will be intercepted by the Sentinels. Going back the other way. He has blocks out in front. He's up to the 37-yard line. Wilkins getting his first interception on the day. Trey Wilkins, beautiful interception. And just like that, turning the tide for the Sentinels, possibly, as we're coming to the end, halfway through the fourth quarter. And that's Trey Wilkins' second interception on the season. If he would have waited back just a little bit, maybe he would have had the blockers out in front. Or maybe if he wanted to reverse field, says Crowell was going to Niani, but he underthrew it. And Wilkins right there able to make the interception. Take a look at Wilkins Jr., 28-35, 341 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. But those 2 interceptions came in the first half. Wilkins Jr. in the shotgun formation. First down and 10, dropping back. A fire underneath to Cushing, who's going to get hit. And it's going to fall incomplete. Getting the tackle, breaking the play up, Rashawn Blackman. Second down and 10, 37-yard line. Going to be a handoff to Whitfield. Going to try to go up the middle. He'll be tackled at the 39-yard line. Pick up of 3, setting up a third down and 7.
We got trips over here. Trips over here.
Sentinels. Big third down here. Wilkins Jr. dropping back out of the shotgun. Going to fire it. Pass will be caught. Trey Cook getting the reception up to midfield and moving the chains. That's Cook's third reception for 31 yards on the night. Coach Armstrong loving what he's seeing on that conversion as we come with under 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Shout out again to everybody in the YouTube chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The RFL fans, everybody watching, you guys make it so easy. Love when you guys tune in. Love watching the feedback. I do watch these games over again. First down and 10. Wilkins Jr. will hand it off to Whitfield, coming out of the backfield and getting up to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 5, setting up second down and 5. Wilkins Jr. being very methodical on this drive. Bunch formation on a shotgun set. He's going to fire it. Pass is caught by Cushing and getting almost to the 30. Will be tackled at the 32-yard line. First down and 10. 5:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Wilkins Jr. will go under center. Play action. Pressure coming. He's going to be hit and sacked. Holmberg coming up and making the sack. His first sack. 5th sack on the season. First on the night. Big play. Setting up a second down and 19. Loss of 9. on that sack, and that's something that Wilkins Jr. needs to learn to do. Just throw the football away when you're seeing the pressure coming, or at least try to scramble out of there, as Holmberg just coming in ferociously off the left side of the defense as he came in untouched. Second down and 19 at the 41-yard line of Celtic Tigers. Firing it underneath. Pass is caught, getting close to the 30. Be marked down at the 31-yard line. Third down and 9. Can Wilkins Jr. convert this one? Gotta be a halfback screen, and it's gonna fall incomplete. As Whitfield not able to get out there, but more importantly, even though it falls incomplete, Quinn Meadows still has a chance to tack on 3 points to give the Sentinels the lead. The blocks were getting out in front, but give credit to the Celtic Tigers. So with 4:09 left to go, the Sentinels will send out field goal unit. The kick is up, and it's through the uprights and good, giving the lead to the Sentinels, 30-27. With 4:05 left to go. Quinn Meadows not letting the pressure get to him, and it knocks it right through the uprights as he had some room to spare at that. So Meadows will kick the football away, and it goes into the end zone. It'll be need for a touchback as Joshua Shields will knee it, and the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Celtic Tigers 6-0. Sentinels at 4-2. The AFC East standings, Celtic Tigers on top. Sentinels right behind them on their heels. Crowell dropping back. Can't find anybody. He's going to be hit and fumbled. And it's going to be picked up by the Sentinels. Inside the 10 to the 9. Wendell Damanchi getting the fumble recovery. That's the second fumble for Crowell on the night. A huge play. As I don't know what Crowell was looking at. His receivers just not able to get open. And a huge play. Give credit to Darius Edwards coming up and getting the fumble of Crowell. And Wendell Damanchi. Right place, right time. As boy, oh boy, this game's going to make me lose my voice here, folks. Oh, man. Just an awesome game. DeAndre Wilkins Jr. had his own at the Celtic Tigers 9-yard line. Receiver coming in motion. It's going to be a pitch play to Whitfield, who can't get to the outside, but still able to get to the 6. Second down and goal. Wilkins Jr. Shotgun formation. Whitfield feed to the left. Taking a snap, drop it back, firing it across the middle. Pass is caught, getting to the 2-yard line. Keenan Drayton. Third down and goal. 6 receptions, 72 yards for Keenan Drayton on the night. Third down and goal. Handoff to Whitfield. He's going to go up the middle for a touchdown into the end zone. Whitfield getting his 6th rushing touchdown on the night. The second house call for 6. As he went in. Almost untouched as Holmberg, I think, maybe got a forearm on him as he was going through the line. As Quinn Meadows coming on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And just like that, the Celtic Tigers are down 10 with 3:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. But with Dre Crowell, you're never out of the game. 3:14 left to go. Just awesome game. I hope you guys are really enjoying this. Slap that like button. Let's get this game the most likes on the night or in the week 7. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. First down and 10. Here comes Drake Crowell. 15, 23, 270 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So first down and 10. And Crowell lead the Celtic Tigers. Tie the football game up. Can you lead a magical comeback? Mayani will get a 7-yard reception up to the 32-yard line. Second down and 3. Crowell, shotgun snap. He's got some time. He's got to fire across the middle. Mayani yet again getting the reception up to the 48-yard line. 2 back-to-back receptions for Mayani. It's first down and 10. As Crowell going to his go-to receiver late in the fourth quarter. I'd like to see if maybe they try something deep downfield. They're doing these underneath routes. You know, if you're the Sentinels, you don't want to, no matter what, you just want to keep playing back. You don't want to get beat deep. Get beat deep as we come to the 2-minute warning. Sentinels on top of the Celtic Tigers, 37-27. And what is sure to be one of the stunning games of the night, probably of the week. Crowell dropping back, pressure coming. Wendell Demichi getting in there for a sack, his second. And that's 10 on the season. Second down and 20. Crowell dropping back. He's going to fire it to his receiver. Pass will be caught. Jason Stimson getting the reception. Third down and 10. Timeout for the Celtic Tigers with 1:32 left to go. Crowell trips to the bottom of the screen. Play action. Crowell's got time. He's going to fire across the middle. Pass is going to be caught by Stinson yet again. And he's going to get to the 34-yard line. There we go. No huddle now. Crowell in the shotgun formation. Dropping back. Going to fire across the middle yet again. Pass is caught by Nayani. And getting inside the red zone to the 14. Hurry up. 52 seconds left to go. Crowell dropping back. Pressure starting to come. He's going to be picked off by the Sentinels. Great play by number 21, Jamal Barnes, coming up with the interception. He had 4 tackles on the night. As Crowell with his third interception. And a huge turnover, as that will probably do it for this one. I know the Celtic Tigers burned a timeout, so they got 2 left. They can still get the football back, but they're going to need a miracle. Let's take a look at VJ Whitback coming back onto the field. DeAndre Wilkins Jr. with the clutch comeback for the Sentinels. 37-27, handed off to Whitfield. Holding onto that football, getting up to the 13-yard line. And the Celtic Tigers will take their second timeout. So we're getting close to the end of the game. 44 seconds left to go. 1 timeout left for the Celtic Tigers. Second down and 1. They can ice the game with a first down. Receiver in motion. Receiver jet sweep, and it's going to be hit and dropped in the backfield. It looked like if Drayton would have kept going, he might have had the first down, but he just hesitated just a little bit, and that threw everything off. Third down and 2. 39 seconds left to go. Give you a handoff to Whitfield. He'll be hit and dropped at the 12-yard line in the backfield. Coming up and making the plays, Mickens with his 5th tackle on the night. 4th down and 2, 27 seconds left to go. I think it's just going to be just a little too late for the Celtic Tigers. Just a great play by Mickens coming down and making the tackle. So it's 5 seconds left to go. They didn't even need to punt the football away, but they will anyway. We'll have to see if anything miracles happen. Nothing will do. And that is the end of the ball game. Huge upset that we just witnessed in Orlando, Florida, as the Orlando Sentinels will move to 5-2 with the stunning upset over the Celtic Tigers, who will fall to 6-1, their first loss on the season. And next week, the Celtic Tigers will be at home versus the Austin Armadillos. The Sentinels, meanwhile, will have their bye week. And so just want to give a huge shout out to everybody watching in the YouTube chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time as the Chicago Cougars will take on the Columbus Aviators on YouTube. That's the next RFL broadcast. So, with Commish Smitty back at the RFL headquarters, Rob Roby as well. I want to thank everybody for tuning into tonight's matchup. You saw a good one as the Orlando Sentinels pulling off the win against the Celtic Tigers. I've been Jeff Melanish, and thank you guys so much. See you guys next week.